Anime with Candy. It's a little podcast format that I like to introduce. An anime podcast. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do anime podcasts. I don't. I need to find a co-host, or if I just do it myself. But, you know, the first on the chopping block is Vinland Saga. I know a lot of you people have actually watched Vinland Saga. That's all right. It's all right. It's an all right show. But the problem is the second season just came in with a whole different genre. A lot of people in the comment section have actually been saying, well, if you want action, just go watch, Dragon Ball or whatever. I can't do voices. If you want action, just go watch some Dragon Ball. I do watch Dragon Ball. I need to watch Dragon Ball Heroes, if I'm being honest. I feel like Dragon Ball Heroes is actually one of those shows that, those installment to the series without all the filler. I think that's literally what that is. Like, no filler, just action, 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 action. Which is great. But what Vinland Saga did. They changed up the genre. They changed up the genre on this show. It's great. I like where they were going. I like where they're going with it, but the problem is a lot of people, when they got started with this anime, they got started and they stayed hooked because of the action, the violence, the speed, momentum, all the things that Dr. Disrespect says. Something about speed and momentum. I know that. But then they changed it up with the second season, where it's slow, more character development, and all that other stuff. And it's great. Character development is great. Like, but it is an interesting way of like telling a story, if that makes any sense. It's a very interesting way, because what they could have easily done is laced it together. But I feel like what they did here was said, all right, first half, we're going to just like dump a bunch of action. A little bit of like character development here or there, but we're going to dump a bunch of action. And then the second half, it was like, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's turn down the lights. Put on some Michael Bublé or Marvin Gaye. Some Barry White on the track, maybe. And then just like really show you the drama and the turmoil. Turmoil? The inner turmoil. Terminal. There it is. Yep. The inner terminal. Yeah, that's a word. The inner struggle of, the main character. I'm like, that's cool. It's interesting. You know what? I gotta say, if I just don't think about it too much, I love it. I love it. But then again, I'm an enjoyer of things, so you can't really. I could watch Sharknado and be like, that was fun. Sharknado is a movie about a tornado with sharks in them. I don't like that one bit. No. But if it gets to season 3, then it's not like it's good. It's like it's going somewhere good. It's kind of like how they can't do as bad as The Promised Neverland. The Promised Neverland, what they did with their show is cut out a bunch of stuff. Right? They cut out a bunch of stuff. Now they could have easily done that here, but it may have flopped. You see how that works? It may have flopped like a Magikarp. It may have flopped, but that's probably one of the reasons why it's a great idea to just stick with the script. Stick with it. Because if you don't, well, you're going to end up like The Promised Neverland. They cut a bunch of it out. They said, well, we just wanted to, do a little different, all this stuff. Like, no, stick with the script. For better or for worse, stick with the script. You're making the anime like adaptation like of the anime because it's different. I mean, because it's like sold well. You're making it. So why don't you just stick with what you know? Like instead of just like why don't you stick with what you know that like a story that people love instead of like trying to change up the game, right? Am I wrong? I don't think so. It's who else did something like that? Who else did something like that? No, not Dragon Ball. It was the new not new, but it's that Halo one. They didn't even read the script. It was like, hey guys, you think we should read any of this lore? Nope. You think we should play at least the first game? Nah. That's The Sims. But so there it is. There's the alternative, right? There's literally the alternative. You could either change it up from what the manga did and flop, or you can stick with the script. Stick with the script. And people will probably mildly disappointed. Mildly. Like, not spicy. Not like, the complete opposite of spicy, but mild. I hear, however, and I know you're asking like, Candy, where are you going with this? All right. Right, I'll say it. I hear, and no spoilers, no spoilers. You see that sign on my screen? No spoilers. I hear that it gets better. So it's like a roller coaster, right? You're going up, and then you go down. It was fun. You gotta, take some turns to the left. It got a little bit like, excitement here and there. But for the most part, you're enjoying your ride, and then they like, surprise you with a loop de loop and pull, and your shoes are looking cool. You know what SpongeBob says. But yeah, I'm really excited for the new season. Hopefully, no, I'm pretty excited for the new season. I wonder how they're gonna pull it back. No, so what I've been noticing, now it's hard to be on Facebook or any other platform because it seems like a lot of like pages. What they're doing is posting pictures of manga, right? And then spoiling it for the anime lovers. And some for the manga lovers too, because you're just posting spoilers. You're literally posting. So they're getting. This is driving me insane because I made a post about this too. I'm like, if you see someone who's posting spoilers, block that page. Block that page. Don't trust them ever again. Like they don't get like a redemption arc or nothing. It's because there's this trend going on where this feels like a podcast. Oh my goodness, it pretty much is. There's this trend going on where they are taking scenes from manga, specifically Dragon Ball, because I follow Dragon Ball. And what are they doing? They're animating it. They're animating the Dragon Ball manga scenes. Because they can't wait. They literally can't wait for that scene to be actually be done. And I'm like, you're posting the biggest that's the biggest. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for? That's the worst kind of spoiler. It is. It's the worst kind of spoiler. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? But that seems to be the trend on Facebook now. That seems to be the trend on Facebook now, where they will just to get those clicks, to get those views, they will upload that kind of content, the spoiler. That's there it is. They will the trend is spoiling anime and manga, and how much longer until like the anime studio or the manga studio like come out and say, hey, that's like a copyright or trademark, whatever Disney think, because Disney's trying to trademark Mickey Mouse, so that's a way to keep your your copyright or trademark forever. Trademarks last longer than copyright. But yeah, so how much longer like will they do that? And if they do that, is that a great, if they can do that, is that a good idea? Because if you have these animes out here like spoiling, like they're literally just spoiling. They're literally just spoiling. And they're going above and beyond by making these interesting animations of spoilers. And I'm like, there's a guy I remember hearing about. He came out of a what's it called, a movie theater. You know the things you go, you sit down in a big comfy chair with your popcorn and your soda and stuff. Like, you remember that stuff? Yeah, people came out of there. Like some guy came out of there and spoiled the ending of the movie. I forgot what movie it was. I probably most likely Star Wars. I think he got beat up. He got bopped in the nose a bunch of times. That's not good. That's not good at all. So it's like, why are people spoiling, like the content for people? It's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. Like, I would understand if you accidentally spoiled it, but if you're gonna talk about spoilers, at least talk about it with people who haven't seen the show. A little bit of courtesy, my friend likes to say. Courtesy. I learned a new word a few days ago. My friend says courtesy. I'm like, okay, courtesy. Yeah, I like that. What's the opposite of courtesy? Butt cheeks. There it is. You don't be a butt cheeks. Plain and simple. Don't be that.